Uber drivers, what's the most impossible thing a rider has ever asked you to do? I've been an Uber driver for 3 years, and I thought I'd seen it all. Midnight Taco Bell detours, people begging me to just run inside and buy their cigarettes, even a guy who casually suggested I wait outside while he grabbed something from a convenience store that he later admitted was a robbery. But nothing compared to the Tuesday night I pulled up outside a downtown steakhouse, and a woman climbed into my Civic like she was being chased. Her name was Rachel. First words out of her mouth weren't hello or where to, just, I need you to pretend to be my boyfriend's identical twin brother for the next 2 hours. I stared at her in the rearview. She launched into the story before I could even blink. Apparently, 6 months ago, she'd made the mistake of one-upping her sister Claire during a family dinner. Claire had been bragging about dating 3 guys at once, so Rachel smirked and said she was seeing twins, just to shut her up. One little lie. Problem was, her parents loved the idea. They asked follow-up questions. Rachel panicked and invented an entire fake twin. Different job, different personality, a scar on his hand from childhood. And every time the subject came up, the lie grew more elaborate. Now her family had demanded to meet both boyfriends at dinner. The real one, Michael, was already inside, and then Rachel saw me pull up. Dark hair, same height, vaguely similar build. Close enough that, in dim restaurant lighting, I could pass as Michael's fun brother. She offered me $200 to be Ethan for 2 hours. Rent was due in 3 days, and I had $42 in my checking account, so I agreed faster than she could say scar on the left hand. The crash course was frantic. Ethan worked in marketing. He lived in Portland for 5 years. Michael was the responsible twin. Ethan was the fun one. Rachel had been dating both, but it was platonic with me because I was more like a best friend. I nodded, shoved my hands in my pockets to hide the missing scar, and walked in like I belonged. Her parents were already at the table. Her dad stiff in a blazer, her mom smiling like she'd been waiting to meet me forever, and Claire lounging with her 3 boyfriends like she was hosting The Bachelor. Michael's face when he saw me walk in was pure horror. Rachel kissed him on the cheek, then grabbed my arm and said, "And this is Ethan." Dinner started off manageable. Michael kept quiet. Rachel steered the conversation. I nodded a lot and repeated safe phrases like totally and for sure, but her dad wanted twin stories. Rachel jumped in with a tale about us switching classes in middle school, and I had to improvise details. Oh yeah, math teacher never knew. While Michael sat there gripping his fork like it was a weapon. Then her mom leaned forward and cooed about how different our personalities were, how cute it was to watch the dynamic. Rachel giggled and touched my arm. Michael nearly choked on his water. The real panic hit when her dad asked about our future plans. He started fantasizing about a double wedding, twins marrying the same woman, walking down the aisle together. He said it would be storybook. Rachel nodded enthusiastically while Michael stared at me like, say one wrong word and we both die here. And then Claire struck. Smirking, she asked if we had twin telepathy. Could we read each other's thoughts? Feel each other's pain? Everyone leaned in, waiting for magic. I panicked. The first thing out of my mouth was, yeah, I can tell Michael's stressed because he's worried about his Uber rating dropping while we sit here. Silence. Her dad blinked. Uber rating? Rachel went pale. Michael dropped his fork, and I realized I just torched 6 months of elaborate lying with one dumb line. The whole truth spilled out. No twin, no Portland marketing career, just an Uber driver bribed in the parking lot. I braced for yelling. Instead, her parents started laughing. Her dad wiped his eyes and said it was the most creative stunt anyone had ever pulled to impress them. Her mom admitted she'd been suspicious the moment she saw us under proper lighting because you look nothing alike. Claire just sat there slack-jawed because for once Rachel's chaos had completely outshined her polyamorous bragging rights. They paid for my dinner. Her dad slipped me 50 on top of the 200, and Michael and Rachel finally admitted to everyone that they were just dating like normal people. I drove off that night $300 richer with the best Uber story I'll ever have. Some rides end at the destination. That one ended at a fake twin wedding that almost happened.